A rare, massive rainstorm pounds the Magic Valley, leaving lots of damage in its wake. We have team coverage of what's being referred to as a 100-year storm.
And Haley native Bo Bergdahl is in the hot seat today. We'll hear from his legal counsel. The News at 6 starts now.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your weather authority forecast. With Joe Martin and Amy Burnett, this is Idaho's First News at 6.
It definitely is going to pass, they're telling us. But for right now, we haven't seen rain like this in a very long time.
City of Twin Falls and surrounding areas are dealing with massive amounts of rain. Thanks for watching the News at 6. I'm Joe Martin.
And I'm Amy Burnett. From flooding roads to mudslides, the water is wreaking havoc citywide. Joey Martin for Idaho's First News joins us live in Twin Falls. Joey, what do officials have to say about this extreme weather?
Joe, Amy, authorities are officially calling this a 100-year storm. With flooding and road closures impacting the entire area, authorities are scrambling to provide adequate services for the residents.
The chance every year for a 100-year storm event to occur is 0.2%, so it's very unlikely, and we're seeing an extraordinary amount of rain.
To be considered a 100-year storm, the amount of rainfall must surpass 2.2 inches in a 24-hour span. Here in Twin Falls, we're well over 3 inches, and in some spots, even more.
I've had guys out since 3 o'clock this morning. When you get 3 inches of rain overnight, you're going to have flooding everywhere, and we do today.
With the amount of rain touching down, how are the city's stormwater systems faring?
The stormwater systems are taking all the water they can take. All the irrigation laterals, ditches are full. All our stormwater systems are full. Not a whole lot we can do until it quits raining. It's just a lot of rain in a short amount of time.
With the stormwater systems completely full, the streets of Twin Falls are taking the brunt of the excess rain, and drivers are doing their best to avoid any possible dangers.
There are some streets that have been closed. We have flooding in the vicinity of Eastland and Kimberly at the railroad underpass. North College has some flooding, and we're doing our best to clear drains, and we'll be working on that all day.
If you do experience any type of emergency flooding on your property, feel free to dial 911. If it's not clearly an emergency, call the city's non-emergency line at 311. Now, authorities say that they will continue to work on all the roadways, sewers, and drains throughout the day and into tomorrow, and are asking that all motorists stay off the road when at all possible. But if you do hit the road, avoid those big puddles and use common sense. Live in Twin Falls, Joey Martin, Idaho's First News.
Several roads throughout the city of Twin Falls are blocked due to flooding along Addison Avenue. There are plenty of portions of the road with standing water. Some parking lots look more like lakes. Traffic is moving slowly throughout the city due to the conditions. Homeowners across the city are also looking for any way to get rid of water in their basements. We caught up with some homeowners on Blair Drive in Twin Falls that are spending their day pumping out water.
I have a river flowing out the west side of my backyard and a river flowing out the east side of my backyard, and I have a pump out there helping them flow to keep it away from my house.
Some homeowners say this is the worst storm they've experienced while living in Twin Falls. Meanwhile, police in Twin Falls are asking everyone to stay off the walking trail along the canyon rim. A portion near Canyon Crest has washed away. Canyon Springs Road is also closed down to the grade where you access the golf course area. A mudslide at the east end has washed across the road. It is near Canyon Springs Golf Course and the wastewater treatment plant. Street crews are working to clear it. Twin Falls County officials are warning people to stay safe.
You really need to assess the situation first before you panic, and then of course do what can be done. And sandbagging can be a technique if needed. Homeowners are responsible for doing that.
There are many places that sell sandbags, such as Road Work Ahead. Anyone with questions can contact the county. City officials are getting calls about possible water contamination. City Manager Travis Rothweiler says at this time there are no concerns.
All right, time now for our first look at weather with Stephanie Mead. And what's the deal? Yeah.
We have these thunderstorms. They're really complacent right now, so it's just staying right over southern Idaho. So we're expected to see some more rain showers over the course of our night tonight. You can see that here in our Mountain Home Auto Ranch Skycam. Cloudy skies, a bit of a drizzle out there, but still seeing rain move throughout most of the Magic Valley. So because of that, we do have a flash flood watch for most of southern Idaho. So Twin Falls, Jerome out towards the western Magic Valley. That will be in effect until tonight. An inch of rain still expected to fall over the course of the evening, so heavy rainfall. And then for the southern highlands and up towards Blaine County, theirs will be in effect until tomorrow morning. And it's all due because of these slow-moving thunderstorms and showers across the area. Luckily, we'll begin to see them dissipate heading into the second half of our week. But here in our pinpoint Doppler radar, mostly concentrated here in Jerome and in Twin Falls. Bit of a showers up towards the Ketchum-Haley area, but most of it's really here in the Magic Valley. And we've seen high precipitation amounts accumulating over the past 24 hours and really over the past couple of days with the monsoonal moisture as well as these complacent showers here over the southern Idaho area. Here right now, satellite and radar, we do see some showers still in the Magic Valley. Light drizzle though out, but that will continue on into tonight as well as into our overnight hours. And we're expected to see more accumulation over the next couple of hours and into tonight. Current conditions, though, cool out there. We hit a high of 64 degrees at 1 in the morning this morning, and temperatures have not made it into the 70s. We only hit a high of around 64 degrees. 63 right now in Twin Falls, 62 out in Burley, and it's 64 up in Haley. When will we expect to see temperatures increase, and when will we see the sun? I'll give you the details coming up.
Hey everybody, I'm outside on the Newhoff communication lawn, and over the past 24 hours we've seen 2.7 inches of rain. Right now we're just seeing some light rain and a little bit of a breeze, but earlier this morning that's when we saw that heavy rainfall. When this storm system first started getting its act together on Monday, for the past 3 days we've seen over 3.69 inches of rain, and that sets a record for the most rain we've seen in a 3-day period. The previous record, 1.9 inches, set back in mid-February of 1986. So a big difference out there. We've almost doubled that record today. And like Stephanie was saying, we still have a few more hours to go into this Wednesday night, and we could pick up some more rainfall as well. We saw areas getting flooded. Jason Kelly Park, usually a park where kids like to play soccer, turned into a lake today. Saw some kids kayaking on there. We've also seen road closures across the region. We'll go over a few of those as we go through the day. Eastland Drive, just south of Kimberly Road, has been closed down due to water under the railroad track. Cheney Drive near Walmart between Wendell and Washington Street North is closed. Portions of Pole Line Road West is closed. According to Dennis Pole Line with the Twin Falls Police Department, eastbound traffic between Washington and Grandview Drive is closed. The hospital remains open, but the parking lot is still flooded, so security guards are directing people where to park and how to come into the hospital. Black Creek Road is closed from the Ada to Elmore County line to the Y-Stop General Store in Prairie due to mud and rock slides. Mountain Home Highway District Road crews are working to reopen the road, but this closure will last at least a couple of days. D&B Supply on Addison Avenue is closed due to flooding. Please avoid all these areas listed. Motorists are warned that there will be areas that are impassable because of all the water on the street. So we want to make sure you guys take the precautions for the next 2 days. Even though we're seeing a little bit of a let up in the rain, we want you guys to be sure to be careful out there. In Twin Falls, Idaho, Jack Holland, Idaho's First News.
All right, thanks. Well, Idaho Power told us they've had only one major power outage reported that was storm related. It happened just before 4 this morning and was restored about an hour and a half later. It affected over 1,300 customers, though. Equipment failure on a pole is being blamed for that outage. Residents are being warned not to go near electrical equipment, especially if it is underwater. Now, if you see something that doesn't look quite right, call 1-800-488-6151 for questions or head to the website that's listed there on your screen. Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl is being questioned today about what led to his disappearance and capture by the Taliban. We'll hear from his attorney.
Then later in sports, we sit down with a national motocross champion from right in our own backyard. The news at 6 will be right back.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your Weather Authority forecast. You're watching Idaho's First News in HD.
The Army is questioning Army Sergeant Bo Bergdahl today about his time in captivity with the Taliban. Now, after he disappeared in Afghanistan in June of 2009, the now 28-year-old soldier spent 5 years in the hands of Taliban militants. Bergdahl was freed after a 5-to-1 prisoner swap. The news of his freedom initially was met with jubilation, but the Mood quickly turned as many called for an investigation into his disappearance in captivity. Some critics accuse the soldier of deserting his comrades in war. Bergdahls' attorney says he'll do fine during the questioning.
He is a person of very strong character, and I think he's got the inner fortitude to be able to integrate that kind of information.
After today's questioning, the Army will decide what course of action to pursue with Bergdahl. A West Nile virus alert is being issued in Twin Falls County after a mosquito tested positive for the virus. The mosquito was caught in one of the district traps between Twin Falls and Kimberly. West Nile virus is a potentially deadly virus that's transmitted to people, birds, and animals via mosquito bites. In 2006, Idaho led the nation in West Nile illnesses, with almost 1,000 people becoming infected, resulting in 23 deaths.
Blaine County 4-H members are showing off their animals at this week's Blaine County Fair. Desiree Fawn for Idaho's First News takes us inside the animal house.
After months and months of hard work raising livestock and getting them ready to show, kids of all ages are preparing to auction off their labors of love. Fortunately, to ease the pain of separation, it's a pretty big payday.
Over 1,000. Last year I got over 1,000. Yeah, my dad makes me put it in a bank though, so I only get some of it, save it for college and everything. And that's what 4-H was not meant for, but that's kind of why they started it, is so that kids could save up money and everything.
In order to attract the highest bidders, a lot of time and training goes into making these animals behave.
When we picked him out, we were a little iffy because he was kind of one of the more wild ones, but more nervous than anything. But he's been doing pretty good this year, and I think he'll do all right. He's gotten a lot better from the start, so it just took a lot of work.
The 4-H kids not only know how to make their animals big and healthy, they have a few tricks up their sleeve when it comes to showtime.
Megan, can we put deodorant on your pig's nose and ours? Because they're about to fight. They're fighting. When you put on deodorant, it the smell of it, because they don't like the smell of the other pigs. So when you put deodorant on their nose, it keeps them from fighting most of the time.
These bigger animals weighed in today and will be auctioned off tomorrow. Around the same time, younger 4-H members are showing off their rabbits and chickens. In Cary, Desiree Fawn.
The event started on August 1st and runs through Sunday, August 10th. Other fair highlights through the weekend include an archery shoot, little kids rodeo, and a car show. Coming up tonight on KMVT, Big Brother leads primetime at 7 with an all-new episode. Then at 8, it's Criminal Minds. That's followed by Extant at 9. We'll be back at 10 with your latest local news. And the competition heats up tonight on Fox 14 with a 2-hour showing of So You Think You Can Dance. 7. This round features the top 10 dancers performing with all stars from previous seasons. Idaho's First News at 9 will follow that.
And here in our pinpoint Doppler radar, still seeing showers move their way across the Magic Valley, mostly concentrated here in Twin Falls and out in Jerome. They're starting to fizzle out though. How much more rain can we expect here across the Magic Valley, and when's the next chance we'll see some sunshine? I'll give you all the details coming up after the break.
Market updates brought to you by Waddell & Reed.
From Idaho's First News, this is your Weather Authority forecast with Stephanie Meade.
And good evening. Still seeing showers move their way across the area, and temperatures are still rather cool. We do have a flash flood watch still in effect for most of southern Idaho. It'll be in effect for areas out in the southern highlands and up towards Blaine County until tomorrow morning. Still slow moving thunder showers are making their way across the area, and they're producing very heavy rain when they are moving through the Magic Valley and also out towards the western Magic Valley. So Twin Falls, Jerome, Gooding County, and anything out to our west, that will expire tonight. Still heavy showers making their way across the area, an additional maybe 1 to 2 inches of rain falling across most of southern Idaho and into tomorrow as well. So here's our total precipitation that we've seen over the past 24 hours. Almost 3 inches in Twin Falls, out towards Burley, over a ½ an inch. Here in Jerome, just over 2 inches of rain. And up towards Haley, they haven't really been seeing much activity rain-wise over the past couple of days. But they still have a chance of accumulating around an inch of rain with these slow-moving thunderstorms across the area. So here in our satellite and radar, this is what we've been experiencing over the past 24 hours. Lots of moisture moving their way across southern Idaho. Slow moving storms, so they've just been stagnant over most of Twin Falls and Jerome over the past day or so. They're expected to fizzle out tomorrow and into Friday, so we do see a light at the end of the tunnel rain-wise. So here's a closer look at what we're seeing. Most of the moisture and activities here over the Magic Valley up towards Stanley, Healy, and Ketchum. They've remained rather dry over the course of the day, so we are expected to see more showers and more rainfall here across the Magic Valley tonight and into tomorrow. So Futurecaster, here's what we're expected to see over the next couple days. Tomorrow, most of the rain moving off to the west. Calm wind conditions, mostly cloudy skies for tomorrow. On and off showers throughout most of the day. Moving into Friday, that system finally moves out, mostly to partly sunny skies. We start to see that cloud cover move out. Temperatures do begin to warm up, feeling a lot more like August by the end of our week. So for tonight, though, Wood River region low of around 53 degrees, mostly cloudy skies and showers throughout the overnight hours. Very similar in the Magic Valley area, low of 59 degrees, cloudy with showers and calm wind conditions coming out of the southwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Minnecaja region low of 57 and cloudy with showers as well. Going into tomorrow, Wood River region high of 79 degrees, partly sunny skies, showers and thunderstorms throughout your afternoon hours. Moving into the Magic Valley, high of 80 degrees, mostly cloudy skies, showers and overall cooler conditions still with calm winds coming out of the southwest at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. For the Minnecaja region tomorrow, high of 77, mostly cloudy skies and showers for your afternoon hours. We'll give you the details of your 7-day forecast coming up after the break. And here in your Middlecoff Outer Group 7-day forecast, chance of storms Friday, but we see mostly sunny skies, high of 87 degrees. Temperatures start to slowly increase Saturday into Sunday with dry conditions back to average Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday with temperatures in the mid to lower 90s. Moving into the mountains, we'll see a similar trend. Chance of storms Friday, high of 87. Slight chance of a storm Saturday with mostly sunny skies, high of 86. And then we return to about average temperatures Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday with mostly sunny skies. We'll be sitting around the mid to lower 90s. And there's a look at your forecast.
When a family member has been diagnosed with cancer, many people wonder if they are at an increased risk for cancer themselves. In tonight's Eye on Health report, we take a look at how a certified genetic counselor can help determine if you are at a higher cancer risk.
Only 5 to 10% of cancers are associated with an inherited factor. Cancer genetic counseling may be beneficial to patients who are concerned about their family history of cancer. Genetic counseling at Mountain States Tumor Institute in Twin Falls is done through a type of video conferencing called telehealth.
What I do specifically as a hereditary cancer genetic counselor is I analyze patients' personal and family histories of cancer and see if they're at risk for what's called a hereditary cancer syndrome.
A referral to a cancer genetic counselor does not mean that a patient has a hereditary cancer. It simply means that the physician feels someone should gather more information regarding family history.
If they do have one of these hereditary cancer syndromes, we can do increased screening for relatives, sometimes surgical options to manage their risk, and basically just can help patients maybe prevent a cancer or detect it earlier in the future.
The main goal of the counseling is early detection and the prevention of certain cancers.
If you catch a cancer early, it's a lot more able to be treated and cured than it would be if you caught it later. So we're really doing the best we can to identify patients and their families that are at risk.
In Twin Falls, Kevin Ryan, Idaho's First News.
Breaking news alerts, top stories, and your weather authority forecast. You're watching Idaho's First News in HD.
Last night we told you about a Buell teenager winning a national motocross championship. 17-year-old Draken Janes accomplished that feat last weekend at the 33rd annual Loretta Lynn Amateur Motocross Championship in Tennessee. Even being invited to this event is quite an achievement. Janes trained in California, often 2 days at the gym. He performed in 3 area qualifiers and then regionals. To put this in perspective, 22,000 people try to make it to the Loretta Lynn event. 1 in 8,000 reach regionals and 1,400 go on to Loretta. In 33 years, Janes is the 7th person from Idaho to get a championship. He did so in the 250C.
And we crashed in the stock class and couldn't do very good, but the mod class kind of played out and we got decent starts. And then second moto, my dad said that if we were in a good spot to where we could get the championship, he told me to ride conservative and just not crash or give it up. And so when I come around the second or third lap, he just showed me relaxed. And so I relaxed and we didn't try to win it, because if we did, we could have crashed and lost it. So we just played it safe and finished and got the overall.
His future plans: helping his parents with harvest, going back to his senior year at Buell, and then training in California. We'll call him the one to watch going into college football season. Boise State running back Jay Ajayi is one of 4 watch lists, including ones that feature Player of the Year candidates. He says that the players prepared for this offseason with weight training, and it wasn't nothing short of a dedicated unit. The redshirt junior hopes to maintain a better consistency this year, especially when it comes to ball security in the big game situations. Even with all the hype surrounding this superstar, his main goal right now is winning a Mountain West championship.
With me and Coach Red, we've just been working on a lot of second-level cuts, trying to break those 7-yard gains into like 15 to 20 plus. And so we've really been working on that. We've also been working on pass protection, just because that was kind of a thing that I needed to work on after last season. So I've been working on pass protection, and I feel like I've really improved.
Now, a few quick facts about Jay. He was born in England. His parents were both Nigerian, and they moved to Texas for his father's job. Well, switching to baseball, a little interleague action between the Mariners and Braves today. They're enjoying a nice sunny day down in Atlanta. Bottom of the first, Kyle Seager hits one to right, scoring Dustin Ackley. Mariners strike first. They go up 1-0. The M's now on D and get into some trouble with the bases loaded. Chris Young walks the Braves' Tommy LaStilla, and we're all tied at 1. Then the very next batter, Freddie Freeman, has an opportunity to do some serious damage, and he does. Smacks one into the left center gap. 2 score on the play. Braves 3, M's 1. Bottom of third, the M's' Dustin Ackley hits a solo shot, and the M's are down 1. A few batters later, Logan Morrison says, "I can do that too." A 3-run shot, and the Mariners retake the lead, now 5-3. And that's all that Seattle would need as the Mariners win 7-3. Your news at 6 will be back right after the break.
And finally, a kid's trip to the Wayne County Fair in Pennsylvania has unexpectedly turned him into a TV star. Noah's rise to stardom all began Friday when he did an interview with Newswatch 16 Sophia Ojeda and eventually took over.
What did you think about the ride?
It was great. And apparently, I've never been on live television before, but apparently sometimes I don't watch the news.
Noah's interview went viral, landing the 5-year-old guest appearances on several national news shows, including the Today Show and Good Morning America.
Gotta love little kids and
He's
microphones.
a cutie.
Yeah. Rain's gonna taper off tonight, hopefully, right?
Luckily, we'll see a little bit of fizzling out from the system moving through. Here in our pinpoint Doppler radar, we're already starting to kind of see that here across the Magic Valley. Still drizzle out there, but overall not as bad as what we saw today and last night. We do have a flood watch that's in effect for most of southern Idaho, and it will expire here for the western Magic Valley, Jerome County, Twin Falls County, as well as Gooding County tonight at 9 p.m. And we also have the flash flood watch in for the southern highlands, as well as up towards Blaine County, and that will be in effect until tomorrow morning. We're still expected to see around 1 inch or 2 of rain fall here in the Magic Valley, as well as up towards the Haley and southern highlands area, with these stagnant thunderstorms here across the area. But let's take one more look at how much rain we've seen across the area. Almost 3 inches here in Twin Falls, as well as in Jerome. Up towards Haley, not that much, but overall still seeing a lot of rain over the past 3 days.
All right, that'll do it for now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you back here tonight at 10.
Closed captioning provided by Party Center. Special event rentals for any occasion.
Rocket Express, it's a blast.